Hey guys, it's Matt and Mark here. And no, I have not been crying. I'm not sad about anything. It's just that Mark and I are incapable of starting a video without
Yes.
us giggling like 3-year-old or 7-year-old or third grade. I don't know, some age girls at that age.
Mhm.
That made absolutely no sense, but we just giggle a lot and we've been laughing. And so that's why I've got tears of joy streaming down my
That's
face right
great.
now. But hey guys, we're going to talk real quick about a race summit coming up next week. And so quickly, what is the summit? Well, it's a gathering of this is like, the most simplistic definition ever. No, it's a gathering of some awesome individuals. Mark will share in a moment
Yeah.
who those people are, but it's a gathering of them, and they're all going to talk about copywriting with Ray. And as you guys know, Ray is, in my opinion, and I don't say this because he's a client, I say this because he is. He's probably the world's most leading authority on teaching copywriting. And he's one of those guys that's practiced it, like not just practiced it, meaning he's tried it. Like he's really good at copywriting, as you guys know. He's written for some of the best names in the world, like Tony Robbins and Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, you name him, he's written for them. But he's also a great teacher. And a lot of times you can be a good practitioner, but you can suck at teaching. So Mark and I are going to share today quickly, what it's all about, who's speaking. Then we're going to talk about, we're going to go through the dates with you real quick. We're going to talk about a mailing plan, contest, all the details on this summit, and we'll try as best as we can to get this all done in less than 15 minutes for you. So, Mark, tell
Without
us real quick who some of these top speakers are.
Yeah, we've got a ton of people. And one other thing, Matt, I think that's cool about this is they're not all necessarily copywriters,
No, not at all.
which is cool because I think he's grabbed, and I know he purposely tried to grab some people that aren't copywriters but have used copy in their business to be super successful. So you have both sides. You have like the technical copywriting side, but also people that have some real world experience. Not that the copywriters don't, but they've done it in their business. So, people like Jay Abraham, Donald Miller, Amy Porterfield, Joel Comm, Mike Stelzner, Jeff Walker, Perry Marshall. Those are some big names. Bob Bly, Daniel Levis, Ben Settle, David Garfinkel. I know some of these are like old school, like if you're a copywriter, you know who these people are. They're the people that you had posters on your wall of. I don't know if Ray might
Did
not
they have fat heads back then? Did you like a David Garfield fat head?
Yeah. But these are people that if you're a copywriter, you'll know who they are. And we promise that Ray knows who they are, which means they're really good and you're going to get a ton from them. And there's tons others that I didn't list. We could be here for another 4 minutes.
A lot of those people like Amy Porterfield, John Lee Dumas come to mind. They're not professional copywriters. In fact, most of them have maybe even hired copywriters at this point, but they got started and they built their online business through the power of copywriting. John Lee has an amazing testimonial.
Yeah.
He literally used Ray's stuff and went through. And so, and look what he's done. Look at his business now. You guys can go look at his income reports, see what he's doing today. And I think it's, John Lee is one of those examples of, and Amy Porterfield as well, somebody who, is not a copywriter, but used copywriting to, 2x their business or 3x or 4x their business. When they got the skill. So this is like the target audience for this, people who aren't copywriters, but they want to sell more of their stuff. So that's why I think, John Lee Dumas, Amy Porterfield, Jeff Walker in particular, because none of them are professional copywriters, are really great to have on this. And so you're going to get that like mix of guys like, David Garfinkel and the other people who, copywriters we all had fat heads of when we were learning copywriting. You're going to have that, like you're going to learn the techniques and the psychology. And then you're going to hear from somebody like John Lee Dumas just talk a lot about how he used copywriting and some of the, more tactical stuff that he did, because, he's not the guy who's reading 600 psychology books a year. He's not the guy John Lee Dumas is never probably going to write copy for Macy's or for, whoever. He's not, that's not his thing. He's writing copy for Entrepreneur on Fire, his own business. So great mix of people. As far as the dates, we're going to get kickstarted on September 14th. That's when the promo begins. And the summit itself starts on September 21st. Now, you may be asking, I've been asked this question at least 3 times, why such a small gap between promo and summit? And the reason is, quite frankly, because we've done longer and it doesn't work.
Right.
It's actually a disaster. And to give you a little backstory on that, there's 2 reasons why it's not good. One, any of you who've ever done webinars know that the show up rate for anybody who signs up the longer before they the longer the gap between when they sign up and when they attend the webinar, the lower the show up rate.
Yeah.
So we're trying to compress that gap. Somebody that signs up 20, 22 days, 30 days before, they're statistically they're not likely to show up.
Right.
Even 7 days, honestly, is pushing the envelope a little bit. But we also realize we got to give you some time to promote it. And I'll talk about how you can do that and why we at least give you 7 days in there in a second. The second reason is, again, background, some behind the scenes stuff here. One things we learned in promoting, summits. This is like a 5th or 6th or 7th one we've run. We've run them from some of the biggest names in the world. Yes, I'm bragging. Is that when it goes past that 7-day stretch, the affiliates, the promoters, you guys, the speakers just get tired, and the excitement just goes. Because if you think about a launch, like a pure product launch, a PLF style, Jeff Walker product launch formula style launch, you have possibly PLC1 and then 3 videos and a webinar, maybe more webinars and Ask Me Anything, a live cast. You got like at least 8 opportunities to mail into the funnel. The summit, you have 1, and that's the summit.
Right.
You could add an ebook. You could add an ebook at the beginning, and you got 2. And for the most part, you have the 1. So it's like, hey, we have a summit. Next day, hey, we still have a summit. 5 days later, hey guys, just reminding you, we still have a summit. What are we mailing about today? The summit. What are we mailing about tomorrow? The summit. And it's like it's exhausting.
And all of a sudden, you become that creepy guy from high school that's asking the girl if she'll go out with him every day. How about today? You go with me today?
Are you washing your hair today? No.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, you have PLC1 dip, PLC2 dip, PLC3 dip. With the summit, you just have the summit dip. So the longer this slide down is, and then you have the bump at the end, the longer that slide, the more, quite frankly, the less action you're going to get from your affiliates. And so we want to compress that promotional period and get you guys really excited for a 7-day period rather than like an infinity period. So that's the reason why we've done that. There's something else I wanted to add in there, and I just totally forgot. So show up rate, excitement level. Oh, and which brings us to when we look at this, we came up with what we call the 7-10-4 formula. Mm-hmm. 7 days of pre-launch before or pre-summit, 10 days of summit, and approximately 4 days of open cart. And that's what you're going to see here. So promo begins September 14th. Summit begins September 21st. The summit ends on September 30th. Now that's also when the cart is going to open for Copywriting Academy. And so, yes, this is a launch, guys. Like I want to be clear on that. We'll talk about that in a second. And then the cart will close on October 4th. So again, 7-10-4. Another mistake, again, just being completely transparent with you guys. Another mistake we've made with summits is being so focused on opt-ins, so focused on registrations. We've run summits with 30,000 plus people in very niche industries. We got so focused on opt-ins that we forgot that we kind of needed to make money. We still made $300,000-$400,000 on these things, but I mean, we could have made a lot more. We could have made at least half a million to $1 million on some of those launches. So we're going to use the summit. The summit is basically the PLC, the pre-launch content. It's just one piece of pre-launch content, and with that goes on for 10 days with awesome speakers and all that stuff. So it's different, but they're going to have an opportunity. A couple of things they can buy. Number one, at any point before. I believe before September 30th, possibly a day after, we're going to give them the ability to buy an all access pass. An all access pass, all that does really is give them immediate access to the videos, all the videos in one place. We'll have audio downloads as well. Not sure about transcriptions yet. I think we will. And some other killer bonus resources in there that they'll get just for buying that. That will vary between $97 and $297. It will basically go up as we go along. So your commission will, be anywhere from whatever 40% of 97 is the top of my head. We'll just call it $39. Anywhere from 39 to, as high as, 3 times that amount. So just depending upon when they buy. So as far as a mailing plan, I mentioned, then they'll also have access to Copywriting Academy. They can buy that at the end. That will be the $997 or the payment plan, which is $297 times 4. So your commission on that is, $400 or a little bit more on the payment plans. Suggested mailing plans. Now for that 7 period, the pre-summit period, we suggest mailing to everyone you can. And of course, share on social media like crazy every day, at least once a day on all your social media outlets. But mail to everyone on your list on September 14th. Mail again on the 17th or 18th to your unopens. And if you're not sure how to mail to unopens or what the results are to expect from that, go to mattmcwilliams.com/open rates. Just all one word there, mattmcwilliams.com/open rates. I'll show you how I literally almost doubled my open rates. And mailing to unopens is the biggest part of that. So September 17th or 18th, mail to your unopens. September 20th, mail to everyone again. So it's only your second, you're only going to mail to everyone 2 times. That's it. On September 20th, mail to everyone and basically just say, hey, this is tomorrow. If you haven't registered, make sure to register. If you have registered, nothing to do. Just make sure to check your email from Ray because he's going to tell you how to access the summit tomorrow. And then on the 22nd or 23rd, mail to all the unopens again. So people who have not opened either one of any of those 3 emails, mail to them and say, hey, the summit just started. It's going great. The good news is there's still time to get in on this. Click here to register. That's the summit mailing plan. Now, once we get into the summit, we're going to introduce some other stuff to you, some cool ways to mail, and we're going to introduce to you the open cart mailing plan. But just plan on mailing once the cart opens. Just again, normal launch sequence, except it's only going to be really 4 or 5 days. I guess it's only 5 because it opens on the 30th. Just plan on mailing a bunch during then. And contests. Oh, also all that stuff that I mentioned, all the mailing plan stuff are in the partner center as well. So you got our affiliate center. So you guys should have access to that by the time you watch this, hopefully. Contest. I'll let Mark talk a little bit about the contest, but so let's just suffice it to say, we're going to have a bunch of them. So there's going to be like daily contests, Mark?
Yeah, that's the thing that we've learned in these past summits that we've done is one of the fun things to do is daily contests. And so what we've done and what we're going to do with this launch is, you smiling about over there?
I'm laughing. I'm still smiling about the guy just showed up.
Yeah. So we're going to do daily contests. So the very first day. So that's the 14th. We're doing that, right?
Yep. The very first day.
The top 5 people with opt-ins are going to get an all access pass. This isn't for you though. This is for your audience. So the way these are going to work in every daily contest is going to be like this. Sometimes it's going to be an all access pass. Sometimes we're doing access to Copywriting Academy. Sometimes we're doing more than one person for an all access pass. Just depends on the day. We're not telling you which one's going to be which. So just be prepared. Watch your email, watch the Facebook group so that you know. But I will tell you the first day, that 14th, we're going to do top 5 are going to get an all access pass to give away to their audience. And the cool thing about this is when we do this, it allows you to be the hero to your audience. Mm-hmm. So what will happen is we will contact you the next day, say, hey, you were one of the top 5. You get an all access pass. We'll give you some swipe copy to send to your list. And basically what that swipe copy is going to say is, hey, Ray's awesome. Ray is so great. He's given me an all access pass that I can give away to somebody in my audience. Go opt in because in 24 hours, I'm going to pick somebody from the people that have opted in to receive this all access pass. So in 24 hours, we'll send you your opt-in list. You pick somebody, you let us know who it is, and then you can notify them and let them know that they're going to be getting access to the summit for free. Now, one thing you might mention in that email too is still when you opt in, we would encourage you to purchase the all access pass. We will give you one to give to a friend or something if that happens. But that's the way those are going to work. Same with if we give access to the course, which we might be doing at some point. I'm not sure. Stay tuned. We won't tell you when it's going to be.
We might be.
But that allows you, and we'll give you a heads up. We'll give you a day's heads up and let you know. But the cool thing about these daily contests is it allows everybody to get in on the action.
Yeah.
You don't have to have 200,000 people on your list to win this. If you're the one that mails that day, and the fun thing is throughout the day, Matt will be bugging the people that are probably top 3 or top 5, saying, "Hey, you're only so many opt-ins away from so and so," or maybe you can send a tweet or something, and it just really adds a fun atmosphere to it. And then, like I said, the best part is you become the hero to your audience because you get to give away an all access pass. And so we're allowing you to do that and to get your audience excited. It gives you a reason to mail your audience again, to encourage them to opt in without it being pushy. It gives you another reason to invite them to do that so that they can be entered to win. And then you can pick them however you want. We recommend random.org, but I mean, you could, type them all out and cut up little pieces of paper and put them in a jar and draw them if you wanted to. We don't care.
Pull them out of a hat.
You just pick one and
throw them out in the yard and see which one the carrier pigeon brings back to you. It could work.
That's what I was going to do.
So tons of contests, tons of opportunities to win. You don't have to be huge to win. Just a lot of opportunities, guys. So
then we'll have sales contests too, right?
Yep,
at the end?
we will. We will have a sales contest that we're not announcing yet, but check the partner center. There's a ton of details in there. We'll have the live leaderboards and all that fun stuff in there as well, guys. And all the stuff you need. You got swipe copy, any of the resources we talked about,
Your links.
and all your links, all the dates, everything, mailing plans, et cetera, are going to be there in the partner center. So if you haven't yet, go check that out. If you don't, if you're watching this, like if you really are watching this right before we send out the the login, just wait. We'll get to the login. It'll be coming to you shortly. So that's it, guys. And let's make this an awesome summit because we're psyched. I mean, I'm going to be. I'll be honest. This is, like I said, about the 6th or 7th one that we've done. This will be the first one I've actually watched, with the exception of another one that was near and dear to my heart. This will be the first one that we've. What was? Do you think you know which one it was?
No, it was just funny that you're like, this is the first one I've ever watched, with the exception of
that other one where I didn't watch a few of them. No, this will be the one I'm watching because I know that this is the summit that's going to help me the most with my business, which is, and if it helps me with my business, it helps me with my life, and it helps my family, and all those fun things. We can go on and on. So it's going to make me a better person. It's going to make the world a better place.
Right. It will help the country win the war.
We will. This is a patriotic thing to do, is to watch the summit. And if you're not for us, then you're against us, and you're a bad person. And you know who doesn't watch this summit? Communists.
That's right.
Communists would not watch the summit. Joseph Stalin would not watch the summit.
You're not going
to watch the summit. You're just basically like Joseph Stalin.
Joseph Stalin would also not promote it. So
he would not promote it. He would not mail to his unopens on the 17th or 18th. So
if you want to be in that camp, then so be it. But
your choice. It's a free country right now, unless people like you take it over. So no. All right. So don't be like Joseph Stalin. Don't be a stinking communist. Promote early and often, and watch the summit because it's going to be awesome. It'll help your business. And that's it, guys. We're out. See ya.